Well, hey everybody, welcome back to another day at the Red Barn and more wiring fun with the LS914. Let me start off answering a question. Some folks have asked, well, why do you keep saying welcome to the Red Barn? And the answer is because, well, it's a red barn. And if that doesn't make it clear enough, there's a sign right out front that even says that it is a red barn. So there you go. Anyway, let's go inside and see what's going on today. And what's going on today is the culmination of a whole bunch of things that I've been wanting to do for the longest time with my electronics. And it's this. A couple of great products I want to call out. Let's start with this. This is the Summit Technologies Raptor wireless buttons. Fits on all the popular steering wheels that you would expect it to fit. Really nice piece of kit. Well made. Comes with the kinds of different labels for the buttons, so you can basically assign the look and feel of the kind of controls that you've got in your car. And those of you that remember earlier in the build, we had accomplished most of the functionality that we wanted to with an Arduino, but it was messy. It was all based with using old school relays, which worked, but like I said, they were messy, kind of old school, not really in fitting with the vibe of the build that I'm after. So I was looking for other ways to do that same kind of thing, and I found my way to this very cool product, which is the ECU Master PMU 16, mounted here in the footwell of the car, right alongside the Summit Raptor wireless receiver. And obviously that wireless receiver is wired into the PMU 16 as a series of inputs. But what's bestest of all, other than the fact that it does away with all fuses and relays to control the circuits that you want to control with it, is that it's programmable. And if you'll give me 1 second to hook up my little temporary power setup, I show you what I'm talking about. So there you can see that I've got a couple of active lights there. The very lowest one is the overall PMU power indicator. The other two are two of the circuits that get activated upon power up. One being the power for the Raptor wireless receiver, and then the other one happens to be the Holley ECU that's mounted here. Well, kind of a bad example, but mounted here on the floor, sort of under the passenger seat. I will say, please pardon a bit of wiring mess that's still going on. Those wires are not fully routed. They're certainly not sheathed. And my approach, as you may have noticed from if you followed my build, is make it work, then make it pretty. And that's holding true for the wiring as well. But let me tell you, the real kicker here is the design goal that I had for the use case for how I wanted things to work in the car. What I wanted, as I said, was no switchgear anywhere in the car except for on the steering wheel buttons. So the trick has always been I wanted to be able to control all of my headlight function and parking light function with a single button on the steering wheel. And now with the ECU Master PMU 16, I can. And it works like this. I got to watch how far away from the car I get with the steering wheel because sometimes it gets out of range. So the goal was to have one button functionality. So let's see what that functionality does. The current programming is hold the headlight button down for 2 seconds and the headlights and parking lights come on. Click the button, same button, a short click, if you will. High beams, click it again, low beams. And the short click will simply alternate between high beam and low beam until such time as you want to turn the lights off. And then, as you'd expect, hold that same button down for more than 2 seconds and the lights go out. Turn signals, as you'd expect. And the horn, obviously, works like you'd expect the horn to work. There is a blinkers function that comes as part of the standard programming in the PMU 16, and I went ahead and just leveraged that because it works just fine. It also takes the hazard button input and makes the hazard buttons work and just turns on both blinkers at the same time. And obviously the things are happening at the back of the car that you'd expect to be happening at the back of the car. It's just all the controls that you'd want. But simple as that looks now, that was months of agonizing, can I make this work? hoping that I could make it work. And I have to call out a couple of companies, well, both these vendors. Summit Technologies has been great. Super nice product, as I mentioned. And then ECU Master, really nice product. And I got to give a special call out to one of their tech guys, Chris. He happens to be the fellow that answers the phone when I call. And the guy's got the patience of Job. He answers all of my newbie questions, takes all the time with me that I've ever asked him to take. Could not have done this without them and without him. So thanks, Chris. Awesome job. Couldn't be happier with how this is working. It's working, and now I can move on to the next parts of the build, knowing that my controls are all going to be there, and I can do everything with no switch gear in my car other than what's on the steering wheel. So thanks, guys. Hope everybody enjoyed the episode. Look forward to talking to you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.